Hey guys, and welcome to Gateway to Gaming. Today we're going to be doing a brand new episode, something we like to call review time, and we're going to be reviewing 7 Days to Die. So we've been doing a lot of broadcasts lately, not much variety in what we're doing at the moment. We're just trying to get our name out there a little bit. So we thought we'd do something a bit different today, and we're going to be doing a review for a game. We thought we'd start off with a game that we've been playing quite a bit of. It's quite a new game as well. For everyone out there that doesn't know, this is 7 Days to Die. So 7 Days to Die is basically a game where you go around and you collect. It's basically a dayz game, an art game. It's very survival based. You have to go around, collect resources to build things, find medicine to cure diseases and stuff like that you can get in the game. I'm currently infected, as you can see in the bottom left hand corner. So I'm currently looking to find some antibiotics. It's turning out to be a lot harder than I thought. But yeah, so that's the basic bio of the game. That's the general thing what you have to do. You know, build a base, and then in 7 days' time, you have to survive the horde, which I've experienced once already, and they are savage. So yeah, so a lot of time and effort has to go into this game, but it's like I said, it's very like all these other survival games out there at the moment, like Ark and dayz and stuff like that. You have to put a lot of your time into it, and a lot of effort into it. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go through the good and the bad things. I'm going to start off with the bad things because I think a lot of reviews start off with the good things and then go on the bad things, then end on the bad. And then it sort of puts you off the game. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the bad things, and then after the bad things, we're going to go through the good things. Okay, so like I said, 7 Days to Die is a game of building up your character, finding different things, and basically building a stronghold for you and your friends to survive the horde. Now, you start off at the very beginning with a quest, which is quality, you know, which I love. You know, the problem with Ark is, you know, I love Ark, but the problem with that sort of game is there's no sort of quest to do anything. It's just basically you have no objective. You know, you just do what you want. Now, what I liked at the beginning of this is that it started off with a quest line. It was like the basic survival and stuff like that, and it did show you all the basics and stuff like that, which I thought was really good. But they didn't follow it up. Now, this is where my bad thing comes into it, is that even though it had a quest system, and even though I know that there are other quests that you can get out there, they're not easy to find. And I think personally that they should have brought the quest system in as like a permanent thing. So you complete the basic survival, and then maybe you go on to the advanced survival or something like that, or you know, other things. I haven't actually found anything easy to do this, and it might even be a glitch in the game. I don't know, but I just don't think that that's a very good thing about it. I don't think that they should have, you know, either one or the other. Don't beat around the bush. Don't start with one and then not continue it. You know, don't start with one and then turn into another Ark game. You know, it just doesn't. It put me off a little bit to begin with because I was just excited to see, oh look, a quest, something to aim for. You know, go collect fibre. Even if it's something as small as that, it's still an objective. It's still something to do. So it was still a good thing that I liked about the game. It's still something to aim for, but they didn't continue it, and in my eyes, I didn't like it. Let's move on. I mean, as you can see, the 7 Days to Die graphics are very basic. They're not the greatest of graphics, and a lot of the time you're bashing down doors for an instant, like this door, to try and get in to places like that. And yeah, it's good, and yes, I do understand that it's you're trying to survive and stuff like that. But it takes a long time to just get into one door, and every single door is locked. You know, I think it would have been better for us to be able to explore the place and find the keys for the certain door. You know, find maybe an old zombie that's a caretaker. You know, um, you know, and then get the keys off of his body, kill that zombie, and get the keys off of that body. But unfortunately, you don't. You know, and everything is locked, and everything you have to bash down, and it's not. It gets quite repetitive after quite a few tries of it. I know when we first started this game, we found a safe down at the bottom of a house. Now, what I would have loved was that we'd find the key to the safe and we go down. Like we explore the house, we find a key and we don't. But there isn't. There was no key for that safe, and we were quite basic characters. You know, quite early on, and we had to stand there and whack the safe for 200 hits. I'm not saying that that's it's not realistic or whatever, but it's not enjoyable for a game. No one wants to stand there and whack away for 200 like hits against the safe just to get inside of it. Why not add a bit more exploration to the game? Like go to the next farm. This could be another thing with the quest system. Bring it in. You find the safe, try and open the safe, and it activates a quest. Joe Bloggs down the street had the key to this safe, or something like that, or someone was last seen with the safe keys, or something like that. And then you go there, find the zombie, kill the zombie, get the safe key. It's a very repetitive game. You find something, you have to hit, you have to smash it open until you can get into it. And it's like I said, it's repetitive, and not a lot of people enjoy it. I for example, I get bored. I get, after about 20 hits, I'm just like, I could be doing something else. I could be exploring somewhere else, and the guns or whatever in this gun safe might be out in the open world. I might as well go and explore. I'm not saying there's not a lot of exploration in there in the game. I'm just saying that it would have been nice for certain things to be developed into it, making you explore a bit more. I just think it's a bit backwards for me. It's like going back to the quest system and stuff like that. It's a bit like, why are there no guidelines? There's that basic survival at the beginning, but it's not. It's just there's just nothing linked to each other, which I would have found a bit better in a game. But we will move on. Another thing that I find quite odd about the game is actually the like the bed system, not so much the bed system, but the respawn system. Now, me and my friend, we spent hours and hours trying to find each other. The map layout isn't very laid out very well, and you can't really set markers like they say you can. Like I was reading up, or even in the menu, it does say, I think it's on here, it says shared waypoint, safe waypoint, show on map, remove waypoint. Now you'd think that if you're in a party or whatever, if you're playing with someone, that you could share that waypoint. You could go you could put the waypoint down, and then you could share it with your friend. But we couldn't find it. Like, we were trying for literally hours, and we couldn't find any sort of way to share that waypoint, which I found a bit of a pain to me, because we started a stream and we wanted to show off the game. Now obviously you want to show it off together. We wanted to find each other and then start building the house. We waited 39 minutes trying to find each other because there was no way to tell where we was. yes, there is a northwest, east, south like compass telling you where you are on the map, but it's not easily read, and it's not easily, and it may just be us being thick idiots. But if you're gonna build such a basic game, which this is, it's very minecrafty. It's not. It's basic. If you're gonna build a basic game, you need to have basic instructions. You need to have basic like a map layout that people can understand. Um, Unfortunately, we couldn't, and we found that quite difficult um, for the game, um, just to find each other, you know. So maybe it be patched, maybe it won't, but that's just another one of my objections to the game. Okay, I'm going to do one more bad point, and then we're going to move on from the bad point. We're going to go on to the positive. Okay, so my final bad point about this game is also the inventory. Now, going back to all the other things, the inventory, in my mind, isn't laid out great. You press a button, you have to flick through all the pages to find out where you are. Character, skills, map, what you've got, what you can make. But it's not an easy thing. It's flick through. You don't know what you're looking for. You've got no, there's no this page here. I don't know why. I'm in a single player game at the moment, and I don't know why this is. I don't even know why this is there. You know, uh, I just died. I just died. Um, but yeah, no, it means I can show off it a little bit more to you guys. But yeah, the inventory. I mean, in my eyes, the inventory in that whole menu system isn't laid out very well, and it's very hard without a tutorial on how to do it. You know, I just think it needs a little bit more work done to it, a little bit more guidance for us people that have never played the PC version, that are literally just coming onto from consoles. Um, and yeah, so I mean, but yeah, them four things are only my only four real bad points about the game. I want you to know that just because there are negatives, and whether you agree or don't agree, doesn't mean I hate the game, because I really don't. Okay, and this is one thing that I don't think that many reviewers or whatever this like let you know, that just because we say bad things about the game doesn't mean that we hate the game. And this is why I'm going to end the broadcast, or the review time, what I'm going to like to call it, on a positive. I'm going to tell you about the things that I do like about the game, um, so you don't get upset and think that it's a terrible game, because it's not. Right. So my good points about the game is that, even though I said earlier that there's no guidance to the exploration, there is still exploration there. Sorry if I'm saying that word wrong. Um, but there is still, you can still go out and you can still do stuff. You can go out, and it's great. It's fun. It's fun going out and exploring, finding a house, um, getting yourself into the house, exploring all the different like wardrobes and stuff like that, and whether there's some chests or something like that. And when you finally do get into a gun safe, it's quality. It's good. Um, and I really enjoyed that sort of stuff. Like the exploring that I'm doing now is good. There's a lot of enemies and stuff like that out there. Um, you got bears, dogs, zombies, obviously. I haven't actually seen anything else at the moment, but there's a big variety of different things that you're doing while you're exploring, which I think is great. Um, so don't get put off by what I've said earlier, that it's terrible. It's not. It's a good game, and I've enjoyed playing it. I really have. So the exploration, that's my first point. My second point is what I'm actually doing now. I'm going. The problem with the thing is, always use Ark as a example because I've played Ark, played a lot of Ark, and I've got used to Ark, and I can compare this game to Ark in a lot of senses because it is a survival based game, and so is that game. The problem with Ark was that there was no sort of way to tell you where your stuff was. When you die, there was no way to tell you, oh, your stuff's over there. That's what this is what this game does a bit better. Is it actually tells you where your stuff is in the game. So it's always nice to but I can't actually because I don't know where it is. Up here somewhere. But no, just this sort of stuff. I like the different. I like that they come up on the radar as well, like on the top of the screen, like where the bag is. You got just to the right. That's where my bed is. My waypoint, which is over there. Also, when a supply drop comes in, you see a little yellow package, which is another good part of this game as well. But yeah, so the guidance in finding you, going back to your stuff, I think that's a good part to this game, and I enjoy it. Okay, number two. I remember number 2 or 3. Go with 3. Another good part to the game is the when you're building stuff, it's very easy to build. It's very easy to build a house, and it's very easy to build up your house. It's quite easy to make a weapon, and it's quite easy to build a tool. You know, like a shovel or a axe or whatever. So I mean that in my eyes, that's a good factor, and that's a good part of the game. You know, the building mechanics are actually quite good. I'm struggling at the moment to try and find any sort of good weapons like pistol or whatever. I've actually just found my first pistol about 10 minutes before I started the review, which is good. I gave that a go, but I like the fact that they don't throw you straight into weapons because a lot of games they just give you a pistol or whatever. This game has like started me off with like a standard stone pickaxe, and like a club, old-fashioned caveman club. I love. Um, so yeah, that's I mean, the crafting system is good. Like I said, it needs a little bit more work, but it's still quite basic, and it's quite straightforward. So it's good. I enjoy stuff. I find it quite easy to like make stuff, and quite easy to quite easy to build stuff. You know, you can build a house within. It doesn't take long. You know, you can build a wood frame, and then if you wanted to, you could build a 4x4, go up 4, and then put a roof over, all with a wood frame if you really wanted to, and then put a door in the middle if you wanted to. And all you have to do is press L trigger, and then you can just upgrade the blocks, so actual blocks rather than just frames, which is good, which I find very enjoyable and very easy. The thing is, I'm a very basic person, so I like stuff to be easy sometimes. Don't get me wrong, I like a challenge, but I like things to be easy to be like, especially when you're first starting a game. I like it to be easy to do stuff. Alright, we're going on to the fourth and final thing, the good thing that I enjoy about this game, and then we're going to give it a score out of 10 for you guys. So my fourth and final thing, it runs smoothly. Now, I find it good in a game that there's no lag. Now, going back to what I'm saying about Ark, and using that as a comparison, like sort of video, not video, game, so much lag in Ark, you know, especially when you're playing online. Um, but with this game, there is none. You know, I haven't actually come across a time where it's lagged for me, and you know, and like crashed the game. No, I've had pretty much like a fun experience with it. I've played with quite a few different people, friends and stuff like that. And yeah, no, I've had no sort of problems, which I love. You know, I love about a game that it doesn't have problems. You can just get in, you can play it, you can play it straight. You don't have to worry about it crashing. You don't have to worry about too many load times. You know, even when you die, it loads pretty quickly then as well. Um, but yeah, it runs smoothly, and you know, you don't have to worry about if it's going to be laggy, if you're going to have a good connection or whatever. You play it single player or multiplayer or whatever, and connecting with your friends is so easy, even if it's not so easy to find each other. It's easy to get into a game with each other. It's easy to, you know, it's just, it's a good thought out game. Um, which, you know, when I first heard about the game on PC, I heard that it had a lot of bugs and a lot of lag and a lot of stuff like that, a lot of problems with it. Obviously, on the console version, it doesn't have none of that. So obviously they've actually done some work on a game. You know, they've actually sorted their problem out. They've listened to the community and they've gone, listen, guys, this game ain't good. You know, we've brought out a game here that, you know, it's laggy and it's causing problems for the community. And they've sorted that out. I respect people like that, and I respect industries like that that sort that problem out for the community. You know, listen to what the people want. You know, which is good. So, in my eyes, I like this game. You know, it's not perfect, but it's good. You know, it's a good and it's a fun laugh with you and your mates. Um, it's very, like I said, very survival based. It's very, you know, very good. So my verdict on this game is that it's a good game. You know, it runs smoothly. The exploration is helped out by the radar at the top of the screen, but it needs a little bit more work on guidelines and things like that. So I'm going to give this game a solid 7 out of 10, because that's what I think the game, you know, the game is good, and it's kept me entertained for the last 2 weeks, and it will probably keep me entertained for a long time for the future. I hope you've enjoyed the review today, guys. For all things review, broadcast, whatever, just subscribe to us at Gateway to Gaming on our YouTube channel. Visit our website, gatewaytogaming/weeble.com. Follow us on Twitch as well, where we'll be doing broadcasts all the time, and we'll be doing this new thing as well, our review time as well. But yeah, we hope you like the video as well. Give us a like if you like it, and like I said at the beginning of the video, any comments that you have, let us know in them as well. Cheers guys, see you soon.